Hey YouTube, and welcome to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is JD Savage. I'm a six-figure affiliate marketer. What I do is I teach people to make money here on my YouTube channel at Imperfect Millionaires. So Imperfect Millionaires is my channel as well as my business. What I mean by that is I've been a life strategies coach going on 30 years now. So I'm getting tired of saying that because I say that quite a bit. But the reason that's important for today's video in particular is what we're going to be talking about not just money, but we're going to be talking about the idea of what keeps people from making money. You probably noticed the thumbnail and it was kind of smart ass, right? But really, that's the point. That is the point of all of this stuff. I meet so many people. I talk to hundreds of people each week, very good people that deserve to have what they want and deserve to have success. But what they struggle with isn't what I show them, right? I mean, specifically, look, guys, it doesn't get any easier than this. I build courses. I put them on my YouTube channel here for free. I don't charge anybody a nickel for these courses. All of the information is there. I show you what I did and how I actually made them produce and how students have made them produce. Here's an example. Here's a student account that is at $16,000 a month, May 28th to June 27th. Obviously, that's a month's time, just over $16,000. You can see there's some pretty good days here. So the question that people run into is, well, initially, does it work? Is it a scam? Affiliate marketing. So let's just put that to bed straight away. Affiliate marketing is a massive, massive, massive industry, period. Look into it. Does it work? Yes, it works. The question you should be asking is, will it work for you? And the question is, or the answer is, sorry, yeah, it'll work for you if you do the things you need to do in order to get where you want to go. And those are the things that we're going to address today as to what it is that gets in people's way. So the system itself, right? The system itself, it works. If you do these things that I lay out in these courses, that, by the way, I don't charge you for. I'm not playing guru here. I'm not here to sell you a $5,000 course. The information's free. What bewilders me sometimes is that people still stumble with, what do I do? Right? It's all right there what to do. And I don't mean it's not okay to have questions, and that's not what I'm saying. Right? Everything that's new, you're going to have questions. But what I really run into is with the people that succeed. That's what I'm going to cover with you today. And I'm also going to cover with you what the people do that tend to fail, right? Because that's extremely important. And the reality is it has nothing to do with what's going on out there, right? I get it. The world's got problems. We've got issues financially. We've got all those things. Everybody has their problems. I understand that. But realistically, being broke, as I said in the thumbnail, is a math problem, right? And it's not a math problem like, well, I don't, you're like, oh yeah, of course, right? Being broke, I don't have enough money. There's a reason you don't have enough money. And if you can understand what I'm about to talk to you about and really internalize it, right, and be honest with yourself, here's what you're going to realize is that all of your current situation is the sum total of the actions you've taken and the actions you have not taken, right? There's an old saying that everybody's self-made, but only the successful want to admit it. Why is that? Because we're raised in an environment that provides excuses, right? Money doesn't grow on trees. Better to be thought dumb than to speak up and remove all doubt. However that goes. I hate that one. But here's the math, right? That doesn't lend itself to having wealth, to having happiness, to seeking fulfillment. That lends itself to memorize information and just regurgitate it, right? And here's the thing. Skill sets. Let's talk about that for a minute. There are skill sets that pay specific amounts, right? So what's the highest paid skill set on the planet? Well, it's actually sales, right? Of one form or another. Why is that? The ability to relate to people. Think about it. Every business on the planet has to sell something. And there are people that do that. Those people are rewarded. Various different levels of reward based on their contribution, right? So building a business, in my opinion, really is sales. Right? If you're going to build a business, then people got to buy into you. You have to seek investors. You have to find people that will work for you and be loyal to you. All of that is a form or a version of sales in my book, right? That's how I see it. So let's break it down for a minute. So poor habits plus poor actions equal poor results, right? So why is it that we have poor habits? Why is it that we have kind of broke habits, if you will? Well, that has to do with our environment. That has to do with our upbringing. That has to do with the people that had influence on us when we were growing up. But here's what I want you to realize. If you're a grown adult or if you're able to watch this video and you're able to make the decision, listen, people say, well, that's true. Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. What is true, right? And I'm not talking about morals here. I'm not talking about don't hurt people, that kind of thing. I'm talking about your beliefs around money, happiness, fulfillment, all of the things that you'd like to have that make life really good. What is it that you think is preventing you from having those? Okay, what I'm suggesting is it's your consistent thoughts which really are just your habits. It's a habit. Thoughts are a habit, right? People say that, oh, I've got to break this habit. I've got a suggestion for you. And this was inspired by this morning by my new friend of mine, David, who's in the Facebook group. And I won't get sidetracked on that. If you want to go to the Facebook group, go to the top of my page on the right. You can join the private Facebook group. But what he was talking about was breaking habits. See, in my opinion, I don't try to break habits. I just replace them with a new habit, right? Because what is a habit? It's just a conditioned response, right? You have these thoughts that you think continuously, which really form habits. That's what they are, right? You got crap thoughts, they form crap habits. Those crap habits lead to crap actions, which lead to crap results. It's that simple. It really is. But here's the magic part of all of this, right? I didn't just come here to tell you you're screwed. What I came here to tell you is you have the right and the ability to set those down right now. If you know they don't serve you, okay, I'll take it to another level here. In my opinion, and so this may upset some people, but I hope not, because it's very logical. In my opinion, to me anyway, in my opinion, your beliefs are just that, they're yours. Your neighbor's beliefs, the man at the grocery store, we all have our own. So who's to say you're right? So what I'm effectively saying is this: you made it up, right? You may be in a circle of people that believe the same thing you do, and that's part of your problem. If you don't have the results you want, and you don't have the life you want, and you want more, that is part of your problem, is the circle of people who keep reminding you, this is the way, this is the way, this is the truth, right? Hey, look, if you were born on the other side of the world, might you have different beliefs? Probably, huh? So if you argue for your beliefs, right? And again, I'm not talking about morals here, but if you argue for your self-limiting beliefs, congratulations, you're the highest bidder. You get to keep them. And they keep you stuck right here, right there in that jail that you confine yourself to by identifying so heavily with belief systems that are shit, that suck, that do not serve you. What I'm trying to get you to acknowledge is that, look, I have these beliefs and I acquired them somewhere in history, right, during my life. And they were given to me by people who probably, if I had to guess, have a similar situation to yours. If you don't like your circumstances, if you don't like your financial status, if you don't like your level of happiness in your relationships, then you need to seek new information. So the next question becomes, well, is that information readily available? More so now than ever before. Yes, it's everywhere. You're watching a video right now that's talking about exactly that, right? What I'm hoping to accomplish with this video is just get you to question your belief system and the self-limiting beliefs that you hold that lead to crap habits and crap results. Because guys, if you can get this part, here's something, I've been doing this for 30 years now, okay? Here's something I've never seen. I have never met a person that has crappy habits, that takes crappy actions and gets excellent results. Never in 30 years' time. It's never happened. Do people get lucky sometimes? Here and there? Sure. Do they have consistent results and a consistent happy life with a consistent steady stream of income that allows them to have the life they want and excellent relationships when they have crap habits? Zero. None. Absolutely zero. So here's my question to you. If you have habits that lead to results over and over and over and over again that do not please you, do you agree that the math is simple? Your habits lead to your actions, right? Your thoughts lead to your habits lead to your actions, and your actions lead to the results that are not pleasing you. So what other math is there? If 2 and 2 is 4, seems to me you better start by changing thoughts first, which will change your habits, which will change your actions, because really actions are habits, right? What else are they? You see something happen and you're just on autopilot. Just go to. I want you to do this. If you don't feel too silly, even if you do, nobody's watching you, just reach up and turn autopilot off. Turn it off for right now. I want you fully aware and really analyzing what it is that you do on a regular basis, because it's very important to acknowledge, if you're willing to do so, those things produce the results you don't want. So the only way is to change that. That's it. There is no shortcut. That's it. That's what you have to do. And I'm not saying think positive, look in the mirror, tell yourself you're wonderful, right? Because here's the truth. You might not be. Some of your habits might suck. They may not be wonderful. You might be a good person with some crap habits. Sure, that's possible. But your habits on a regular basis shape your results. And if you want different results, you got to take a series of different actions. Bottom line. Okay? I think that's obvious. Now, I mentioned it earlier, but I want to hammer this home. Don't try to, kill the habit. Just replace it with a better one. Right? It's much less aggressive stance, right? When you say I've got to break this habit or I've got to kill this habit, why? It's just a series of thoughts you've picked up over the years that no longer make any sense to you. So why don't you just replace that with a better habit, a supportive habit, something that is good for you and supports the life you'd like to have? It really is that simple. Again, 2 and 2 is 4, right? So add those up and bang, you got a result. On either side, it works both ways. The math flows both directions. Great habits, crap habits, going to produce a result. Okay? So think about that. It doesn't have to be all that hard. It doesn't have to be all that aggressive. You just have to decide. And I mean decide, right? When you make a decision, that's the important part, right? Taking a look at it, realizing, hey, look, boom, 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 this gives me this result. Okay, what do people do that have the result? And that's important. Look around. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Not right now. What do people do that have the result that I want to have? I promise you, without fail, if you look into the habits they have and the actions they take, they're going to be different because they're producing a different result. That's the only way it can be. That's the way it works. It's not a question. It's a law. That's the way it works. They're taking different actions, probably consistently, almost always consistently, and they're getting a different result. If you want those results, you can have those results if you take those actions. Okay? And sometimes you just got to start taking the actions, right? Because the thoughts going on might be, oh, this feels uncomfortable. This feels strange. This feels foreign to me. Right. It's going to for a little bit. It's going to for a little bit. You still have to do it if you want the result, right? Don't convince yourself that you can do it once, twice, 3 times, right? I deal with that a lot in what I do. I teach people to make money online and offline as well, but predominantly online these days. And that's something I deal with. People say, well, hey, man, I made 10 videos. What do you want from me? Right? I'm going to go into some of that, so hang around. I'm going to go into a lot of the things that I see people do that do not succeed and their mindset around that, okay? And I'll try to be brief because this video is already getting kind of long. I'll try to shorten it up a little bit and edit. But this is really, really, really important. If you don't want to hang around, or maybe you already know it, cool. But if you don't, it's really important to get this, okay? So let's go into a little bit of that. What I see people doing, avoiding doing the work, right? That's huge, obviously. Come on. You can't not take the actions and get the result you want. Doesn't work that way. I've laid out courses that show you exactly what to do, exactly what actions to take. If you avoid doing those things, odds are you're not going to get the result you want. Period. Bottom line, that's just what it is. Keeping what they're doing a secret. Okay, this is a really, really, really big one because, well, I don't want my whatever friends to find out. Okay, well, then you're ashamed of what you're doing, or you're not committed and you're afraid you're going to quit and you don't want them to know you even started. Why? What are you afraid of? Right? There's affiliate marketers that make millions and millions and millions of dollars monthly, actually. So are you going to conceal from whomever, right, in your circle? And that's fine. I mean, listen, the best thing really to do is just not even to mention it. Don't even ask them. But if they find out, that's the problem that a lot of people run into. Well, I don't really want to put that on my social media because, Fred will find out. What's Fred doing? Nothing? What does Fred have that you want? Nothing? Then what the hell do you care if Fred finds out, right? If you're committed and you're going to learn, come hell or high water, why do you care if Fred finds out, right? Because Fred won't support you? I understand. I'm not saying go run to Fred's house and be like, hey, Fred, this is what I'm doing. Support me if you know he's not going to. But being so shy about what you're doing, a lot of people deal with that when they go into affiliate marketing. Well, I'm going to try this side hustle. I don't teach side hustles, period. What I'm doing is not a side hustle. I will not teach you a side hustle. Why? Because side hustles are temporary. That's not what I'm showing you. I'm showing you how to build a sustainable income and commit to something. That's why. Okay. Amazon, that was built on affiliates. Would you like to own that company? Right. I'm not suggesting you're going to own that company. What I'm telling you is affiliate marketing makes a lot of money if you're committed. If you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out, nothing works. Affiliate marketing or otherwise doesn't work, right? Treating what you're doing like a side hustle or some sacrifice that you're making. I see that all the time, right? Like I just mentioned, I don't teach side hustles, and that's why. It's not a side hustle. I'm teaching you how to build an audience and how to be self-reliant so that you can go anywhere you want, be anywhere you want, and make as much money as you want. That's what I teach, right? Treating it like it's something that they're sacrificing. What I mean by that is like, well, I'm willing to do this for 3 months, right? How fast can I make money? Like it's just going to stop there. Nothing works that way, right? I teach how to make residual money, but you still have to continue to grow, expand, learn, do. Do you have freedom? Yes. Can you go do it in Hawaii or Fiji or wherever you want? Sure, as long as you got an internet connection, right? Can you take some time off, more time off than normal in a normal job? Absolutely. But this whole idea that you're going to do something one time and for the rest of your life, you're just going to collect checks. Nothing works that way, right? Royalties, none of it. There's maintenance that has to be done. There's continuing expanding your brand and brand awareness and all those things, right? But here's what I can tell you. It's actually a lot of fun. It's not hard. I'm sitting here talking to you on a camera and I'm very well paid for it. Very well compensated for it. So that's not to brag. That's to explain to you that I really love what I do. I love helping people. I love teaching these things. That's why I've spent my lifetime doing it. So in a nutshell, here's what I can tell you. I came here today to explain habits. Don't break them. Just replace them. Just replace them with something better, because what is a habit? It's just a conditioned response that you've gained over the years based on your life experience. It's not bad. It's not good. It just is. Don't even put any power in it. Just replace it with actions that actually support what you want to have. If this sounds too simple to you, what I would suggest you do, this isn't my theory. This isn't something I just arbitrarily made up off the cuff. This has been proven over and over and over and over and over since the beginning of time. It's written throughout history. It's fact. It's not a question. It works. I hope you like this kind of content. If you do, drop me a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell icon so you're notified when I put out any new content, which is pretty much daily. I've had a lot of fun making this video. If you like it, drop me a comment and let me know what you liked about it. If you hated it, drop me a comment and let me know what you hated. If I could have done something better, tell me. I love hearing feedback. I'm always trying to do better. I appreciate you guys watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.